Hey there, YouTubers, it's Don from trueCABLE coming back to you again, and this time we have a Fluke DSX-8000 permanent link adapters, our Category 6A unshielded riser cable, plus trueCABLE brand Cat 6A punch-down unshielded Keystone Jacks. And the purpose of the video today is to show you the performance of our Keystones at a full length of about 290 feet. But I had to adjust down a little bit for ambient temperature. But the idea is to show you the difference in performance between our component-rated, data center-ready jacks versus a competing brand. Now these are Cat 6A jacks, and they most likely will pass, but how well will they pass? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to do the first test with our brand. We're going to look at the results, and that's going to be how our jacks perform in a full-length permanent link based on ambient temperature. So we're going to hit test, and it's the TIA Cat 6A permanent link plus PoE test. So it's testing literally everything I can throw at the cable at this point. Okay, so it passed. Insertion loss is 5.7 dB. The return loss is 6.3 dB. The crosstalk or next parameter is 3.3 dB. And the power sum next, which is at the remote and then combined, is 4.5 dB. Please take note of those numbers because we're going to be right back to test the competitors' jacks and see what those numbers do. And then we'll explain how that can affect your installation. Be right back. Thank you for joining me again here quick. We actually cut away to re-terminate our Cat 6A unshielded riser cable for the competitor Keystone Jack. So now we're going to go ahead and test these competitor Keystone Jacks, and just for anyone who is wondering, it is the same cable where you're using the same end on the same unit, because it is possible to get variable results by switching to different keystones. Temperature has not changed, so the only thing that's changed is literally the keystones. So let's see how things go. Takes about 6 to 8 seconds. I did write down the previous results, so I didn't forget them. Generating diagnostics, that's never a good sign. Okay, so we got a ding-ding noise, but not such a good ding-ding noise because it's a marginal pass. Whenever you see the orange pass with the asterisk, that means a marginal pass. Professional installers would consider that to be a fail because the standard considers it to be a fail. Now, you could be in a situation where contractually, if you get marginal passes on your links, you may need to address that with your customer. Sometimes marginal passes are addressed in the contract and what to do about them. As you can see, just simply switching the keystones to a off-brand keystone has had a dramatic impact. The insertion loss, that's about the same. For us, it was 5.7. For the competitor, 5.6. Return loss actually increased a little bit. 6.3 for us and 7.4 for the competitor's jack. Where things really fall apart is the crosstalk number. It is 3.3 for trueCABLE and 0.6 for the competitor. And that is why it's a marginal pass. If it just drops down a little bit more on that crosstalk number, it'd be a hard red fail. And another telling number is the power sum next. 4.5 for trueCABLE and 2.8 for this particular off-brand Keystone Jack. What does this mean for your overall cable channel? That being keystone to keystone permanent link and then your 2 patch cords. Well, what that means is if you're using component rated trueCABLE hardware, the hardware has been component rated by itself. Your cable is high performing. It's going to maintain good numbers. So that's a good thing. You want the numbers to go as high as they can, because if you should put in a patch cord that you don't have the ability to fully test to the standard, and it's maybe a little wonky, it's a marginal pass on its own, maybe it's a fail. A good permanent link in the middle will likely hold up your entire channel. So you could have like a bad patch cord and maybe a marginal patch cord on the other, and it still will hold up. I mean, the overall numbers are going to come down, but it'll still hold up. What could happen though with these channel keystones? Well, you're already setting yourself up for problems. So you've got these 2 channel rated keystones and your numbers are already so low, you're coming down to the marginal pass territory. So the very second you put a slightly questionable patch cord into your channel on either end, your overall channel is going to fail. And that is bad because it's going to do unusual things like maybe on hot days, or if somebody moves cabling around, it gets bundled in with some other cables and it gets some crosstalk. There's all sorts of things that cable is going to do over time that's going to cause you trouble that you may not be able to run down. So that's why you want to go for the component rated, impedance matching, trueCABLE hardware. Beyond that, I'm going to say you have a great day. Happy networking.